All right, welcome everyone to another episode of the Collector Car Canada podcast. Today we're looking at a 2006 Porsche Boxster S, currently available on the site, collectorcarcanada.ca, and this is lot 179. As I say, this car is a 2006 and it currently shows 83,358 kilometers. Although I'm reading the mileage in metric kilometers, this is a US market car. It was imported from Florida when it was still fairly new. If memory serves, it was 2008 or 2009. And since that time, it's been owned by the same family. So they've owned it 16 years. So if I do the mental math on that, it came to Canada in 2008 when it was only 2 years old. So we'll start the car up. We'll have a look at the storage compartments in the front and the rear, and then we'll get a listen to the twin exhaust pipes at the rear. We're not going to get a good look at the engine in this car. It's a mid-engine car, and it sits underneath where this stove roof is. I'll add that it's a power top on the Boxster S. So we'll start it. We'll fire it up. I'll pop the two storage compartments. Let's take a look. So up front, it's a lot like a 911. There's a little bit of storage in here. Actually, there's a CD changer in there. And then up here is where the battery is kept. Nice weight distribution with the heavy battery being up front after the engine, of course, is in midship. Decent storage area up front, nice and deep. You can see the CD and DVD logos on that storage compartment. Washer fluid gets topped up there. And then, so up front, you'll notice this car looks a little dusty. It just came from the farm where it lives this morning. Today we did a Cars and Coffee event here at Haggerty Garage and Social, Burlington, Ontario. So you'll see the tires aren't as clean as when I last saw the car last week. But that's just reflective of the car traveling 2 kilometers on a dirt road when it started its journey this morning. With that in mind, there are some stone chips on the front. You'll see them well documented on our listing. Again, collectorcarcanada.ca, lot 179. The one I won't say benefit, but the saving grace of this being some stone chips on this car is they're almost all on the polyurethane bumper. Of course, lots of people are interested in original paint on their collector cars. This car has a clean Carfax, has original paint all the way around. And I myself, I'm less hesitant about refinishing the front end of a car with stone chips if I just have to do the poly bumper. And that's the case on this car. I think I popped a little bit of the rear storage compartment as well. There's a little look at that. Probably a little bigger in the front, but you do have one in the front and the rear. And the oil filter cap is there, as well as coolant. And as I say, the engine's in there. We're not going to get a look at that today. That's just the third brake light. And as we see on this emblem here, this is a Boxster S. So a base model Boxster would come without the S. You'll see it down here. It's got the twin exits. Certainly the people will have changed these by now. The car's been around 18 years. But when they came out of the factory, a tell for the S was the twin exit, whereas the base model had a big oval center mounted pipe. So maybe the camera can zoom right in on that pipe and get a little bit of that engine. So nice clean sound to me, no clicks or anything like that. So this car, being the S model, is equipped with a 3.2 liter inline 6 engine, and that engine was factory rated at 280 horsepower. So, I mean, this is a tidy little car, not a heavy car, with 280 horsepower. I think we can be pretty confident that it's not going to be lazy. If we get a look at these wheels, we've got 19-inch wheels all the way around. Now these are a lot like a 911 wheel that's slang term lobster claws, but these are the original wheels. They're called a Carrera S wheel. 19 inches, they say, staggered front to rear. So yeah, a little wider in the rear than the front. The tires on this car are only 2 or 3 years old with low mileage. We do have the work order for the tires on the website. You can take a close look at that. And this car is a really well documented car, as well as having a clean Carfax, uneventful Carfax. We also have on the listing annual service at the same shop up in Kitchener-Waterloo, which is where this car lives right now. Furtmare, which is a well-known shop in the Porsche world locally. And they did a little work on it pretty well every year that the current owners had it. The current owners have put about 50,000 kilometers on it over the span of 16 years. We've got the Continental, what are they? The Continental Extreme Contacts sport tires, and they're Y rated all around, so the highest speed rating. I do note a tiny bit of curb rash here on the driver's rear. The driver's front looks nice and clean. Passenger front looks nice and clean, and same with the passenger rear. Maybe get a good look at the minor curb rash on the wheel on the driver's rear. So we're trying to give you as much of a caption on this car as we can. We do have over 200 photos on the website, so I encourage you to take a look at those. We probably have about a dozen videos as well, supplementing this podcast video we're doing. And of course, like always, we have a paragraph form listing on the car. On the inside, it's well appointed. I mean, it's a Porsche, so it's not a stripper. You can see a black on black on black, so triple black, the third black being the roof is a black one as well. Neat little 3-spoke steering wheel, and stock stereo, the CDR24 unit directly from Porsche. You can see a little bit of wear on both radio knobs and the temperature and fan control. That's a common affliction with these mid-2000s Porsches. You even see it on Ferraris in the period. The material being used at the time hasn't stood the test of time. Replacement knobs and controllers available at any Porsche dealership. Nice sound with the Bose stereo, side airbags as well as the front ones, of course. And the sport bar sort of integrates well with the seat top. Pretty nice and clean behind that seat. There's a little tweeter back there. And another nice option here in these Porsche logo embossed headrests. And in addition to our 600 or 700 word paragraph form listing you can see for lot 179, we've also got the VIN decoded on the website, as well as all the option codes listed. I'm not sure if I mentioned, this one's an automatic transmission, so it's a 5-speed automatic. And of course, it's got a manual setting for those who like to shift gears themselves, but not compulsory. This one will do all the shifting for you if you like. In the glove box, the original manuals are on hand. There are 2 attaches for this car. So there's the actual owner manual. That's a maintenance book. All the factory books on hand. And there's an old CD in there. Johnny Cash, not bad. That's a neat old CD to find. I'm not sure if that's going to be included in the deal or not. Black Porsche mats. Again, a dirt road card there. They're a little dusty today, but easily cleaned. A lot cleaner on the listing. I want to get a sense of that. But that's about all I wanted to say about our 2006 Porsche Boxster S with automatic transmission, 5-speed automatic, shiftable manually, and 84,000 kilometers. Again, take a look at it. CollectorCarCanada.ca.